Every time Foxhole gets a major balance update, the exact same thing happens. People read a few patch notes and suddenly become tank experts overnight. One side starts saying the game is doomed. The other side starts celebrating like the war's already won. And before the update is even properly tested, the entire community is already fighting harder on Reddit than on the front line. But after reading through the update 64 changes and watching the reactions unfold, I think the real conversation is much bigger than tank range or penetration values. I think the real question is this: what kind of war do we actually want in Foxhole? Because personally, I would rather fight through a brutal, exhausting struggle than play through another dead war where half the map is empty by week 2. That might sound strange coming from someone who spends most of his time in armored combat, but after years of playing this game, I've realized that the most memorable wars were never the easy ones. The wars people remember are the ones where both factions still believed they had a chance. That's the version of Foxhole that keeps people logging in. And honestly, I think people underestimate how important morale is in this game. Foxhole has always been more psychological than people admit. The moment a faction feels like resistance is pointless, the war starts dying long before the territory actually changes hands. Population drops, entire regions gets abandoned, and suddenly you're not fighting a war anymore, you're just driving through empty hexes. That's worse for the game than any balance patch. Now, does that mean every single change in Update 64 is perfect? Of course not. Some things might be overtuned, some will probably get adjusted after some testing, but I also think a lot of players panic because they got comfortable fighting wars where the enemy stopped feeling dangerous. And Foxhole without struggle loses what makes it special. And honestly, if the choice between difficult war and a dead game, I'll take the difficult war every single time.